What's good, everybody? I'm back with another YouTube video, and today we will be talking about what happened to these 2020 Air Jordan releases. Now, I've been getting tons and tons of DMs asking about some of the sneakers in this video, so here's a video just to clear things up. First up on the list is the Air Jordan 4 in black, cement gray, white, and fire red. So these were originally rumored to be the OVO splatter Air Jordan 4s, but I never really got any confirmation on those dropping whatsoever. So I did not add on to any of the speculation going around on the internet. These never really got a set release date or anything like that, so I knew that they weren't probably going to release. Also, if these were an OVO Air Jordan 4 collab or whatever, they would have either the SP tagline, NRG, or some sort of special tagline behind it. So with that being said, this specific Air Jordan 4 has been scrapped. These were originally supposed to drop around January this year, 2020, but that didn't happen. Next on the list is the Air Jordan 3 Animal Pack 3.0. There was supposed to be a part 3 to the Animal Pack Jordan 3, but it looks like they decided not to release the third one. The colorway for this one was black, sail, gum light brown, and multicolor. The retail price for this one was going to be $225, but again, it just looks like Jordan Brand decided not to drop this one. But as you see pictured here on the screen are just the two previous Animal Pack Jordan 3s that we've already seen released. Next is an Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Air in fur, black, tomatillo, and rage green. These were originally set to drop during spring 2020 for a retail price of $175. As you see on the screen, these do look very similar to the rage green pair that did release in August. The main differences that was going to be on this pair is that the overlay on the upper was going to be that deep green color, the tongue was going to be a rage green color, and these were going to have more of an icy clear sole. Picture here on the screen is just a mock-up, but I actually did see the shoe. So this is what we could have got. Maybe they just decided to keep these as samples. But then again, these are not too different from the actual pair that released. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are feeling these more or the release version. Shout out to jayzrdead for the mock-up. Surprisingly enough, there was an Air Jordan 7 in the colorway of olive, flak, bronze, black, and cardinal red set to drop summer 2020. This colorway definitely came out of nowhere, and when they did leak, they didn't have any sort of release date. And typically when it gets to the summer and they still don't have a release date, I tend to put them in the mill that they will not drop. Now I'm thinking that these were probably going to be very similar to the Cardinal 7s, but just with an olive flat colored upper. Not too sure on these, but we still haven't seen any sort of pictures or any samples of these, so I am assuming these are either pushed back or scrapped as a whole. Next is a very popular Air Jordan 1 colorway. It's the Air Jordan 1 in sail, dark mocha, and black. These were originally set to drop in June 2020 for a retail price of $170. Now, knowing that we already got the dark mocha Air Jordan 1s in October, there was actually a part 2 to this colorway that didn't see a release. So originally these were set to drop in June, and then there were rumors saying that these were going to be pushed to holiday 2020. But still to this day, I don't have a release date for this one, and I actually don't think that these will release. Going based off the color code, these were basically going to be a majority sail upper, dark mocha accents, and black branding throughout the shoe. Picture here on the screen is just a mock-up for visual. But definitely let me know in the comments if you guys would have liked to see a part 2 to the dark mocha Jordan 1 colorway. Moving on, we have the Air Jordan 14 in University Gold, Court Purple, Varsity Red, and Royal. These were originally set to drop sometime in June 2020 for a retail price of $190. So again, this specific shoe didn't receive a release date, so therefore this colorway probably wasn't going to happen anyway. Now I don't have any sort of description of what they were going to look like, so picture here on the screen is just a mock-up for visual purposes only. Now to be honest, I wasn't too sure how they were going to pull this colorway off. I know we received the Gym Red 14s earlier this year, and in my opinion those were fire enough. So it probably wasn't too bad of an idea to just scrap these and move on. Next, we actually have two Air Jordan 8 colorways that were supposed to drop during August 2020. Now for this first Air Jordan 8 colorway, it's Summit White, Light Bone, Sail, and Black. I did get a description of this colorway. It was supposed to look somewhat like the Air Jordan 4 Off-White, but as an Air Jordan 8. Now I'm still kind of confused on these as well. They did have an original release date for August 20, 2020 for a retail price of $190. So these were actually supposed to drop. I'm not sure why they held these back or if they're going to drop sometime next year, but as of right now anything could change. Right after that we have an Air Jordan 8 that was going to be similar to those. The colorway for these was light Oilwood brown, black, mushroom, and muslin. So the set date for these was August 22nd, 2020, and they were going to retail for $190. Also for this shoe, I didn't have a description of what they were going to look like, so picture here on the screen is just a Photoshop for visual purposes only. But man, it would have been pretty cool to get two Jordan 8 colorways during the summer, and this nice looking cream color. Moving into September 2020, we were supposed to get this Air Jordan 4 SP in Summit White, Pine Green, Neutral Gray, and Muslin. Now still to this day, I don't know the color blocking that these were supposed to come in. They did have a set release date. I'm not too sure of what that was, but they were actually supposed to see a release. I'm curious to know as to why they scrapped these, and since these have the SP tagline, they probably would have ended up being a collab. Picture here on the screen is just a mock-up for visual purposes. This specific Air Jordan 4 was supposed to retail for $225. And yeah, I wouldn't have been too mad if they came in this color blocking, maybe if they added the Nike Air heel tab. So in my opinion, these could have turned out fire. I'm just not sure as to why they scrapped it. More for September, we have the Air Jordan 10 in Dark Mocha, Infrared 23, Black, and Prism Violet. These were originally set to drop on September 26, 2020 for a retail price of $190. So for these originally having a set release date, they were supposed to see a release. But due to this year being so uncertain with delays and COVID and all of that, anything could happen at any given time. Pictured on the screen is just a Photoshop. I wasn't too sure on what the color blocking would be for this one. And yeah, it wouldn't have been too bad if we got another Air Jordan 10 colorway. It's always good to see 10s drop. So yep, just like how we got the Flyknit Air Jordan 4 last year, we were supposed to see an Air Jordan 5 Flyknit. The colorway for this specific one was black, white, and varsity red. Now these were supposed to drop during holiday 2020, so possibly they could see a release sometime early next year. These shoes never received a release date, but if they do in the future, you can expect them to drop in more than just one colorway. Hopefully Jordan Brand decides to execute this shoe in a good way, if they do still decide to drop them. Here's another Jordan 8 that was supposed to drop. It's the Air Jordan 8 Winterize. The colorway was going to be black, dark gray, total orange, and black. These were supposed to drop on October 3rd, 2020 for a retail price of $200. Now just like in the past how we received the Winterize Jordan 12 and Winterize Jordan 4, these were supposed to be just like that in the same concept. We could have expected these to include that same type of fur material on the sock liner, more durability for inclement weather, and just an overall premium build quality. Again, due to unexpected delays this year, they probably decided to scrap these. I don't have any sort of visuals for these, so pictured here on the screen is just a silhouette with a question mark. We were supposed to see another Jordan 11 release this year, but they decided not to drop them. This is the women's Air Jordan 11 SE that was going to be in black, white, and black. Now with this shoe being listed as an SE, we could have probably expected some sort of crazy material or print on the upper, and these were originally set to drop sometime during October. That also reminds me, this year's Dornbecker Freestyle collection has been postponed, not scrapped, but postponed to 2020. I'm not too sure on what the Jordan model was going to be, but we will definitely find out sometime next year. But back to this Jordan 11, typically for the last couple of years we've been seeing more than just one Jordan 11 release during the holiday or just throughout the whole entire year. Maybe Jordan Brand was facing some sort of production issues or delays, so they decided just to scrap these. Also, this shoe never received any sort of release date or confirmed retail price, but if anything in the future changes, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Next up is the Air Jordan 6 Travis Scott in Tour Yellow. Now these were in no way, shape, or form confirmed to release this year. I'm not really sure as to who started the rumors, but there were tons and tons of rumors about these. Now as we saw last year, we did get a preview of this colorway by Travis Scott and Offset, but I can confirm that these were just samples and possibly just a friends and family. But in good news, there is another Travis Scott Jordan 6 dropping in 2021, but it's in a British khaki colorway. I'm just as disappointed as everyone else. I did actually want to see this colorway released, but as we know now, that's probably never going to happen. Picture here on the screen is just a mock-up, but it's basically exactly how the shoe looked. Full Tour Yellow suede upper with the black midsole and white accents. But yeah, overall this was definitely a dope Air Jordan 6 colorway, but sadly they will probably never release. Moving into Off-White, there was an Air Jordan 5 Off-White in sale that was supposed to see a release during holiday 2020. As you know, we did get a release version that looked definitely different than this one. The major differences with that pair is that it had a different colored midsole, but I did get information on this one as to why we didn't see it release. Back during All-Star Weekend 2020, these did go out as a friends and family version only. So we did see a couple pictures floating around during that time, and then as information dropped later in the year that these were going to release, this is the version that we were expecting. But unfortunately, we are not getting this version. Instead, we got what was released. This colorway shares the exact same colors as the release version, which is sail, fire red, muslin, and black. Let me know in the comment section if you prefer these or the release version. Another Off-White Jordan that was rumored to release this year is the Air Jordan 4 Off-White in the Bred colorway. Rumors for these started to pick up during the summer of 2020. There were tons and tons of media outlets saying that these were confirmed to drop. So since I didn't have any information on them at that time, I decided not to post about them. A while back, we did see the samples at the MCA Museum where Virgil previewed a bunch of Off-White Jordan and Nike samples. This was definitely a highly anticipated shoe based off the rumors, but unfortunately, they did not see a release this year. Now, I'm not saying that these won't see a release in the near future, but to my knowledge right now, I don't have any release information. These are definitely a very clean Air Jordan 4. And as you know, the women's Off-White 4s that released this past summer did really well. And if they decided to give us this colorway, I wouldn't be mad at all. Please let me know in the comment section if you were expecting these to drop this year, and would you cop or pass? That's all for today's YouTube video. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you like today's video. Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. And I will see you guys in the next video.